What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover how to fight Attuma. So Attuma is a very relevant and tricky defender that has been in the game for a couple of years now. I think Attuma is a well-crafted champion. I really do. And he requires pretty much a either hard counter or soft counter to get around his defensive mechanics. So Attuma deals thorns damage, but it's not direct thorns damage. It is physical thorns damage. So, Attuma's rough Talocanian skin. Basically, all you need to. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's irrelevant. 25% chance to deal. Let's call it 1600 physical damage when they strike him or his block with a contact attack. The damage scales with base attack only. So, this thorns here is physical thorns damage that has a 25% chance to trigger. That number can increase when he has more concussions. Attuma builds up concussions when you inflict him with debuffs. Try to inflict him with a stun debuff. He will purify the stun and grant himself a concussion. And then the thorns would trigger more and more based on the concussions. And if you try to reverse Attuma's ability accuracy, it actually increases. That's why the concussions actually increase the chance for him to trigger the thorns instead of decrease. So I'm going to go for a super hard counter right now to show off like the contact versus non-contact attacks. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, probably one of the best options for Attuma. Now, something that you need to know when using NTW for Attuma is that when Attuma reaches enough stacks of hydration, he actually becomes immune to Incinerate. Attuma gains hydration when he throws special attacks, and when you inflict him with debuffs, and he purifies those debuffs into hydration. So, hydration, if reaching a certain threshold, will remove all of your Incinerates. But here's the kicker. Inflicting him with Incinerates removes hydration. So, it's this cat and mouse game of needing to inflict enough Incinerates to keep the hydration at bay, while at the same time not letting him get too many stacks of hydration so that he goes Incinerate immune. So I'm going to bait this special too, and as you can see, the hydration reached over 10 stacks, and Attuma went immune to Incinerate. But now I apply my Incinerates right back, I throw my special one, and NTW handles that fight very, very well, even after losing some of my Incinerates over the course of that fight. That was a rank 3 NTW versus rank 4 Attuma. NTW has all non-contact attacks, so NTW, Shuri, any champion that is fully non-contact will do incredibly well for Attuma. Now let's take a look at Onslaught versus Attuma. So Onslaught has non-contact attacks, but not every single attack that Onslaught has is non-contact. The first medium, first light attack, all of the special 2, all of the heavy attack, and then all of the special 1 except for the first hit are non-contact. So I will show you in this matchup how to successfully avoid any damage back from the special 1 when fighting Attuma. The key is to not let the first hit of the special 1 hit Attuma. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So Attuma is trying to successfully purify the stun from Onslaught, and he's succeeding, but Onslaught places a stun passive because he punishes Purify. So when Attuma reaches 20 hydration, or I believe 18 plus, he goes unstoppable, but don't worry, you just throw that, and you don't have to worry about it. So once you stun him again, he purifies the concussions and the hydration, and you're good. So I'm going to stun Attuma here. I'm going to throw a heavy attack, and I'm going to throw my special one immediately after I knock Attuma down. I'm trying to slow this down so you can see the entire sequence. That way, my special one whiffs, the first hit of it whiffs, and that allows me to successfully avoid any thorns damage Attuma would attempt to inflict on me during my special one. Use the Sinister Relic to heal up, and that's 100% health finish against Attuma with Onslaught in 57 seconds. Now, I did slow that down a little bit so you can see the heavy attack into special 1 trick, but regardless, he handled that fight absolutely beautifully. Another champion that can beautifully handle Mr. Attuma is Jean Grey. So, Jean Grey comes packaged with a passive stun with her Awakened ability as long as the force field is active. So, With Jean Grey, it's sort of a race against the clock. You ideally want to be using Jean Grey in short-form content Attuma matchups, but she works very well for them. You're going to go for your traditional Jean Grey combo, and what you can do here is you can actually purify debuffs off of Attuma to grant yourself Uncanny and potentially your Psionic Charges. So purifying the concussion debuffs off of Attuma is incredibly helpful because it ramps you up even faster. So, going for a special 1, and then bait a special 2. Now we're building up to my special 2. There's a little bit of a visual bug with the Uncanny right now, but I think that's only on the CCP server. Go for a heavy attack into special 2, and Jean Grey handles that fight absolutely beautifully. 35 seconds for that Attuma. She just wrecks him. So strong. Super effective. Jean Grey, if you've got her, highly recommend the Attuma matchup in short form content. She crushes it. Let's go do some more ideal matchups here for Attuma. We'll use Dazzler and Onslaught next. So Dazzler functions in a very similar way to Namor. Her Awakened ability allows her to reflect all of the physical damage she would have taken while attacking the opponent back to the opponent. Now Namor is obviously a fantastic option for Attuma as well, but Namor reflects all damage taken while attacking. Dazzler just reflects physical damage. And as you can see, you see that reflect icon next to Attuma's name. Every time I would hit Attuma and he tries to reflect his thorns onto me, I reflect my thorns right back onto Attuma. So I'm going to go for my special 1 here, and then I'm going to go for a little stand-up intercept. It doesn't matter if I don't land it. He keeps trying to land those thorns on me, and it just doesn't matter. Going to go for a little cheeky intercept there, building up to my special 2, go for a dazzling dash into a full combo, and that is a full yellow bar takedown of Attuma with a rank 3 Dazzler. The Awakened ability is absolutely critical for this fight for Dazzler because that is what allows her to take no physical damage during hits, and it reflects it back to the opponent as energy damage. That is a very important distinction to make. One last option I want to show off for Attuma is Juggernaut. Juggernaut is a fantastic nuke option and works incredibly well to just get the fight done fast enough to where you don't have to worry about taking too much Thorns damage. Juggernaut also has that great protection from the Gem of Sidorak, and also some regen from the Juggernaut Relic that allows you to easily take down this guy with a decent bit of health remaining. So I'm going to go in for a little intercept combo here, and as you can see, I am taking some Thorns damage. I'm actually getting fairly unlucky with the Thorns procs, but we're not taking enough to like really make a huge difference. I throw my special 2, I go in for a combo, and the fight is over. So like I said, Juggernaut is a bit of a nuke option. That was 25 seconds. I did take a bit of Thorns damage, but Juggernaut can get the job done if/when you need him to. So that's going to be it for the How to Fight Attuma video. Let me know if you found this video helpful and what other champions you'd like to see me make how-to videos on. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content, and I hope you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like button. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.